Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the 5 things I hate about this bike. This is a very good bike. I would recommend it to anyone, but with every bike and every vehicle, there's always a few things that are bad about it. So in this video, we will discuss that, and I'll show you all the things that I dislike. These are my opinions, so it might not apply to everyone, but just over the 15,000 miles I've ridden this bike, I've definitely come across a few things that I'm not a fan of. So let's get into it and begin with number 1. So number 1, you can't really see on the bike, but it would be the power band from the 600cc motor in this thing. It takes a while to wind up. These Honda 600RRs, they really come alive at $8,000, but below that, they're definitely kind of fall on its face. Luckily for a 600cc motor, what I think, it's pretty torquey, so it gets up to the $8,000 mark a lot quicker than, for example, one of my friends' R6. That one seems like it takes a lot longer, but this Honda one does the job, but it's just pretty tame. And a little subtopic on the power band of this thing. The power level is the lowest in the 600cc class. Going back to my friend with the R6, we put this CBR against the R6 countless times. This thing definitely gets the whole shot on it, but the R6 comes screaming past it in the very top end. But other than that, it's not bad, but it's just something to look out for. So number 2 about my problems with this bike would be that right there, the seat. This seat is pretty much just cardboard thin. The whole super sport class, they're not meant to be comfortable. I definitely understand that. A lot of people get them because they look cool and then find out they're uncomfortable. So it's not a huge complaint at all. I knew what I was getting into, knowing that this is a super sport. It's built for performance, not comfort. It's just something to look out for if you're looking to get into the super sport class. It is, however, I think the most comfortable 600cc. You're a lot more upright with the raised bars. Rear sets are in a lot more, you could say, casual position compared to the R6s, where those ones back. My main gripe about this is just the seat. Third thing that I really don't like about this bike is these right here, the headlights. Visibility, just to get straight to the point, they suck. They have a very weird cutoff line. I don't know if it's just because the sharp angle right here or something. Now looking in the lens, there's line beam, so maybe you can adjust it out. Probably not, since it looks like it's in part of the built-in housing. I don't know, it's something more to research, but just after all the miles of riding, I've come to find that the visibility from these headlights compared to the R6, the ZX6R, these ones aren't that good. The brights don't do a thing. When you have your normal headlight on, it shines, but when you turn the brights on, it seems like it does absolutely nothing. Here, let me turn it on for you guys and I'll show you. So I've turned off all the lights. Let me hop on the bike. We're sitting here on the bike. Turn the lights on. You can kind of see that line right there. It's not bad looking in through this way in a garage, but when you're riding, that line, you can definitely see it. So let's turn on the brights. Wow, looks the same. Ready? As you can see, the brights do absolutely nothing. So as you can see, headlights are not the best. So that would be my third thing I do not like about the CBR. Complaint number 4 would be the brakes on this bike. They do pretty well, but just not as well as others in the class. They just feel mushy compared to other bikes in the same class. What I mean by that, these rubber brake lines could do a big part in that. When you're under heavy braking, I know those brake lines have a tendency to expand and not get all the force directly to the pistons in the caliper. I know a huge thing to do on these types of, or the 600s, is to go to steel braided lines. People say it makes night and day difference. So maybe something I should have done. Some people would say, oh, the aftermarket rotors would play a big part. I would disagree with that. Even with the OEM rotors, I noticed the squishy feel to the brakes under heavy braking and all that. So I do not think the aftermarket rotors played a part in that. Number 5, final complaint, would be the fairings. Now this is a love-hate relationship. It's nice to have plastic fairings, especially the tank fairing. If you get in a crash, you can just replace the plastic piece. The metal tank under there normally is all right. Just replace the plastic piece and be on your way. You don't have to look for a whole new painted tank and pay the crazy prices. But going back to it, like I was saying, fairings, love-hate relationship, but the plastic fairings all around, they all clip together. So if you're working on the bike, modding the bike, putting new carbon pieces on, it is a pain in the butt to unclip them all and then get them all clipped back, like get them all lined back together, then make sure they're all clipped up. Just a pain in the butt. Not complaining, because it's nice to be able to interchange them if you want to go to a whole new color, or if you get in a wreck, pretty easy to replace. That should wrap up the video. This bike, I can't recommend it enough. It has been nothing but kind to me. Has done everything that I wanted it to and even more. So I was reaching on a couple of these things, but it's definitely some noteworthy stuff to look out for when you're looking at the CBR600s. If you're looking at getting one, do it. The things that I pointed out today are not make it or break it things. It's just things that I found that could be a pain in the butt sometimes. So I thought I'd let you guys know if you guys are looking at getting one. But overall, very nice bike. Couldn't recommend it enough, like I've said a dozen times now. So yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you guys next video.